Okay, so what I want to show you is how you can go about previewing something from a student's point of view that you don't want actual students to be able to see yet. So our strategy is going to be creating an empty section that has nobody in it, and then changing the assignment to assign it to that empty section now, and then previewing it. And then I'll show you how to clean all that back up afterwards by deleting that empty section and then removing the test student so it doesn't clutter up your grade book if that's something that bothers you. All right, so that's going to be our strategy. Let's take a look. So I have a quiz that should not be available until January 21st. If we take a look at the settings, on January 21st at 10 a.m., it becomes available to everyone. And what that means is if I attempt to view it as a student so that I can make sure what the student sees is what I want, now that I'm in student view, you can see the little pink bar at the bottom. Oh, it says the assignment's locked. Well, sure, because for students, it's locked until that time. But I want to be able to see it. So one option would be to go in and change the available date so that I can preview it, but then other students, real students, can actually get in and see, and you don't want that to happen necessarily if it's questions on a test that you don't want them to get ahead of time or whatever it is. So I'm going to leave student view, and I'm going to ignore the quiz it's showing me here. Over on the left-hand side, I'm going to scroll down and choose settings. I want to go into the settings for this class. And then under sections, you'll probably have a section listed here for every period that you have this class. I'm going to create a new section. I like to just call it empty section so that I remember what it is. You can call it anything you want, but empty section works just fine. And I'm going to click the plus section button. And it creates an empty section. Okay, so now that that's there, we're going to go back to the thing we want to preview, in my case, this quiz, and we're going to go into the settings for it. And down here where we've got the dates available, we're not going to change that, but we are going to add an additional assignment assigned to the empty section. And for this, I'm not going to put a due date. I'm not going to put an available from. I want it available always. And we will save that. And now when we get back here, you can see it says available on multiple dates. If I hover over that, for the empty section, it's available. But for everyone else, it's not available until the time I really want it. Now that that's true, I'll hit this view as student again. And now, if I click that quiz, it'll actually load the quiz. And I can put in an access code if you've created one and actually take the quiz, which we'll do just real quick so that we can see a grade for it. And we get our grade. And just like a real student would, you get feedback on what you got right and what you got wrong, however you have those things set up. Great. So we have previewed it as a student now. So So I'm going to leave student view. And you can even see in the gradebook now, there's an assignment, there is a person named test student, and for this assignment, they have their grade. So you can even see that if you are interested in seeing it in the gradebook. Now that I'm done, I kind of want to get that out of there. So at this point, you have accomplished what we set out to accomplish. We previewed it as a student, and real students did not get access to it. From here on in, I'm just going to show you how to clean that up. So let's go back over to the settings menu and back into sections, and we'll see this empty section. It says 0 users, but if we click it, we'll see that there is one user in there, the test student. That's because the test student automatically gets enrolled in every section of the class, every period of the class. So it's tempting to hit the X here and try and remove the user, but we don't want to do it from here. We want to go one step further. Instead, I will click on the student's name and click this More User Details. And now you can see, oh yeah, that test student is enrolled in both the real periods that this class exists and the empty section. I want to get it out of here altogether. I will delete the enrollment for each section. I'm sure I want to delete. And now that it says no sections for membership, if I look at my gradebook, you'll see that they are not in the gradebook anymore. So if that bothers you to have that fake person in your gradebook, that's how to get rid of them. And then you may want also to go back into settings, back to sections, and now delete this empty section with the X. Are you sure you want to delete this section? Yes, I do. And that's out of there. And that just cleaned everything up that got created in order for us to preview. All of that cleanup is optional. It's just if you want to get everything back to where it started, that's how to do it. Hope that helps. Thanks.